This therapist in North Carolina already had a Wix website set up and wanted to gain keyword rankings, website traffic, and of course, increased revenue, which is exactly what we specialize in here at Overflow Cafe. In this video, you'll see the consultation we did for the client and what specific work we propose doing for them um, to help them achieve their revenue goal. Today, the client gets daily traffic from Google Maps, social media, and all the major AI search platforms like ChatGPT and everything else. 19 new patients every month without ads, a 1,500% increase in website authority, 750% increase in traffic, 950% increase in AI visibility. So let's jump right into the initial consultation. So you have a simple top menu: home, about us, services, fees. Privacy policy doesn't go at the top menu. Google expects to see that down here at the bottom. So down here, Google expects to see a privacy policy, a terms of service, and a link to your sitemap. Typically, the last item on a menu, if you look at any of the most, you know, any really popular website, contact us is usually the last item up here. Um, you show a beautiful photo of your office, but really Google is expecting, this is what's called a hero section, by the way. Google is expecting some words. So, for example, Raleigh, North Carolina counseling, just something so that Google and the user knows what you do. And actually, for because you don't have words here, you do lose some points with Google. They hate when you make the user scroll to see what's going on. Now, I understand you have the word counseling in your logo. That's true, and that is good, but it's just not good enough. We need to add some text up here. This will also help with your conversions, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I like the words that you have on your website. No problem there. Again, another good photo. The content, you've obviously thoroughly, you've been very thorough with this content. I like it. This is a Wix website, and I'm familiar with this Wix layout. We do need to, again, another beautiful photograph. Is this your team? I'm going to assume this is your team here. Um, Although it looks almost like an agency. I don't know. This photo is almost confusing. I don't know if this is your team or who or what this is. Anyways, I like this here. It's just you can't have all your text centered. Google does expect your text. Remember who the people of Google are, right? It's a bunch of computer nerds. And so they do expect like this to be like a college paper where it's left justified. You have to be careful about using too much all caps. Otherwise, it's a pretty standard website. You do need to, we do need to put some work into the website itself, but not a lot, other than removing some things that are in all caps and changing the justification to left, um, probably increasing the font size. The last thing would just be adding in the right keywords. So let's take a look at, because you have very specific services. I've been researching these four things, and there's not a ton of search volume for Raleigh, North Carolina. So for the entire United States, there are 1,900 people per month are searching rehabilitation counseling. Perinatal mental health, 720, infertility counseling, 590, and 0 people per month searching addictions counseling. Now, if you were to add in the word therapy and or psychotherapy, these numbers grow exponentially larger. And then if you add in Raleigh, and I know you're not actually specifically located in Raleigh, Wake Forest is just such by the way, I've been to there. Wake Forest is such a small town. I mean, in comparison to Raleigh, that you're just not going to get a ton of search volume. You're going to get just a couple dozen people per month searching. That's why I'm giving you this data. If you do become our client, we can certainly go in depth with this and really figure out what people are typing to get to you. Let's take a look at a phrase that I was interested in, rally counseling. There are 110 people per month going to Google and searching for rally counseling. However, there are 511 variations of that total over 3,000 monthly searches. So marriage counseling, rally, and C. 480 people are searching for that. Now, I know that's not what you offer, but I mentioned it. I have, if you go ahead and Google that phrase, my client is actually number one in Google for that phrase. And even though it says 480 monthly searches, they are actually getting more than 480 monthly visits because every phrase always has keyword variations, in this case 511, many of which will not be of any use to you. And every phrase has related keywords. So in this case, for rally counseling, 511 variations, many of which are not related to you. And then there's these related keywords, 192, that have 39,000 monthly searches. So counseling, rally, NC is 320. Mental health therapist, rally, NC, that's 40. Rally counseling and therapy, 90 monthly searches. Therapist, rally, NC has a lot, has 1,300 searches. So typically when, and I work many, so I know this space extremely well, especially when it comes to websites and keywords. You're very specific here with the services that you offer. A lot of times when somebody needs therapy, they go to Google and they're just looking for a therapist, assuming that the therapist, any therapist or almost any therapist, will be able to offer them therapy. Very few people even know that there's such a thing as an infertility counselor. Many, and in fact, that's for the entire United States, a population that's in excess of 300 million people, only 590 people per month across the whole country even go to Google and are looking for infertility counseling. Yes, you offer infertility counseling, but a person who has infertility and they're looking for counseling, they're not going to go to Google and look for an infertility counseling. They're just going to look for counseling, or they're going to look for therapy or psychotherapy. And so, even though, yes, you want these words on your website, we actually want to target a more broad phrase like rally counseling in addition to these specialist phrases. So yes, you'll get the people who are they're looking for infertility counseling, but also you want to get the people who they don't even know what they need. They know they just need counseling. Now, for rally counseling, I couldn't render your website properly, so that's why you see this weird message here on this section. You're scoring 52 out of 100. So there's not a lot of issues, like I said, to fix. It's mostly like your title tags aren't so great. Your description tags are not so great. You have no image meta tags. You have no alt tags. Your file names. This thing here can't be fixed with Wix, and neither can this. But we can definitely go ahead. We do need to fix up your heading tags properly. So if we were to raise this to, let's say, 80, you're going to get tons and tons of traffic from people who are looking for counseling. Now, let's take a look at your authority score. It's 2 out of 100. You're getting 0 monthly searches, and you have 9 backlinks. Let's see if you're not ranking for any phrases yet in Google, But if I was to increase this number here to about 500 backlinks, that would take me about a year. But what would happen is every month, you'd notice this number go up and up and up. So right now it's 0. And then next month it'll be 1. And then the next month it'll be 5. And the next month it'll be 10. And then it'll be 20. And then it'll be 50. And then it'll be 100. And it'll all be people who are typing out words that are related. Obviously, I won't rank you for any words that have nothing to do with your services. We will only rank you for words. But you notice all these statistics go up, and there's no, because there's just nothing, there's no traffic to your website, so there's no data. But you would see these populate, and you'd start ranking for many phrases that actually matter. Obviously, these things, but then also the related words that will bring you paying patients. That's as much information as I can share with you today. That consult was done in 2022. So obviously today we have a much bigger to-do list in order to keep up with all the many changes happening with digital marketing. The impact of SEO is exponential. When done correctly, SEO continues to pay off forever, meaning revenue continues to go up and advertising expenses continue to go down. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of what modern SEO actually looks like and how powerful it can be for a business like yours. It takes a lot more time and money upfront than you think, but the return on investment is incredible. So if you'd like help growing your website rankings, traffic, and revenue, visit my website link in the video description below for a 90-day free trial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next case study.